Hello mathematicians, puzzlers, and other curious people. In this video, we're exploring the seat function, which has to do with people sitting around tables. So the idea is, in a particular room, there is a type of table that four people can sit around. And that works great when you have groups of four, but if you have a group bigger than four, you need to push some tables together. So here's a table and another table, and here we can get six people around the table. The seat function tells us how many seats we can get around a certain number of tables. So we'll have our number of tables and the seat function evaluated for that number of tables. For one table, we have 4 seats. With 2 tables, we have 6 seats. And we can try out different numbers of tables. So with 3 tables, we come up with 8 seats. So there are some questions that quickly emerge from this. Like, for example, if you have a particular size of group, such as a 12-person group, how many tables would you need? And second, is there a particularly convenient way of figuring this out? If you haven't already, take a little while and see what you can come up with. So here's what I notice. It looks like every time we add a table, the number of seats is going up by 2. Why is that happening? Well, let's take a look at this 3-table configuration and break it apart and add another table in there. So every time we add a table, it looks like what we're really adding is the 2 seats that are across from each other at that table. It seems like it should be 4 from the first one, but remember, it's going in the middle, so those 2 sides don't really have a seat at them. So how can we figure this out? Well, we can write a few different formulas for this. So I see for a certain number of tables, the number of seats for that number of tables would be the previous number of seats plus 2. Well, if we're repeatedly adding 2, that's like we're multiplying something by 2. But then there's a problem. So 2 times 1 would just be 2. 2 times 2 would be 4, not 6, so we're off by 2. So what's up with that? What we're really talking about when we say 2 seats per table is the 2 people across from each other. But we should still add on 2 for the ends. And now that gives us a really easy formula we can work with, and if we want to know when that comes out to 12, we can just start plugging in different numbers. So I see 4 isn't enough, we can just keep adding 2. See, we were at 10. If we add another table, that's 2 more, that's 12. So 5 tables. And we can plug that in to check. S of 5 would be 2 times 5, then plus 2. 10 plus 2 is 12. And there we go, it worked. So now we can see how many tables would be needed for a group of 12 people, and we can calculate how many people can fit around any number of tables. So calculator.